Guys, welcome to Django series. Last class we had seen about templates, how to render templates which renders the HTML content, and this class we will see about the debugging Django application. So let's say if our application doesn't produce right result, then we need to debug it. That means we have to see and check line by line where exactly something has gone wrong. So for that purpose we use debugging. Alright, so go to your console and click over here debug icon. This is a debug icon. Now over here you have a launch.json profile. All right, so this is nothing but it tells the it's a profile which have all the information to VS Code, wherein VS Code knows how to debug a particular application. Okay, so it's a kind of dictionary that having the key and value pairs which defines that launch profile of VS Code, and it tells VS Code that it should be running Python interpreter and it should run manage.py which exists in work folder. I'll show you how. So you just create over here, create a launch profile, and here you choose Django. All right, so Django. Now you see this is nothing but a JSON profile. All right, launch.json profile. Now it is like a key value pair. Okay, so this means that it is saying that you have to run Python as interpreter, okay, and to run the manage.py, this one manage.py, which is there inside the workspace folder. All right, and as a argument it pass run server, so we write python manage.py run server. So that is what it is exactly trying to say. Here also we will specify the port number because we don't want our JSON file to clash with the already running one, that is 8000. So we will specify some port over here. So I'll write 9000 as a port. All right, so I'll just give a comma. Okay, now you save it. Now if you go to VS Code directory, if I come over here, you see this launch.json file. All right, this one. Okay, yes, you see here. So here is a debug sign. If you have to launch the JSON file, you have to click this. So if I'll go to another terminal and I'll run this. Okay, now see it is running on the 9000 port. Okay, all right, so now what you do, you just right now if I go to this, I'll launch it over here. So if I go to /playground/hello, okay, then it will give me, this is the best class for Django. Now I'll show you what exactly we are trying to do over here. So you just go to views.py. Now here I'll add some code. So I'll write x equals to 1 and let's say y equals to 2. Okay, all right, now what I'll do, I'll add a breakpoint over here. So if you come over here, if you get your cursor over here, this red sign, if you click on this, so it will add a breakpoint. Okay, so see, if you put a unverified breakpoint, file is modified. All right, now if I run this, now if I run the debug, so what will happen, you see, I'll simply run this debug. Okay, so now at this particular point the function has run, and after this it has not run because we have already applied the breakpoint. Now if I go to this point, now if I run this, it will return me a error, so it will not execute this. You see this, so he is saying that this till here it has run because it has stopped at this particular breakpoint. Okay, so basically this is useful in checking your application one by one, because if I don't apply breakpoint over here, what it will do, it will directly run this particular function and give you result. So if something, let's say something wrong is there inside this function, some bug is there, then you won't be able to understand where exactly it is. So we run it one by one and we debug it, and that is how your debug console works. All right, so if I press F10, okay, it will execute to the next line. So here it has executed. If I press F10 once more, it will run the function. All right, now it has given me the exact. Now if I go to this playground.hello, then it will return me this particular request because it is already again it has come over here. So if I just remove this, you see this particular breakpoint, I will have to remove this. Okay, so remove breakpoint. If I remove this breakpoint, okay, and then I'll come over here and I write this then it will give me a return with the result. If I don't remove it, it will not return the result because it is stopped over here. This is how the debugging is carried out. All right, now there is another method to use the debug tool. There is a debug tool called Django debug tool. So you just go to Google. If I go to Google and I'll write Django debug tool, okay, so it will take me to Django debug tool. You come to this one. Let's read the document now. All right, okay, you come to the installation process. Now you see here, so you just copy this and step by step and keep doing it along with me, so that you will able to understand how it is installed. So for installing the package, what you have to do, you have to write python -m pip install Django debug toolbar. Okay, so I'll simply write it pip env. I'll, instead of this thing, I'll use pip env install Django debug toolbar. So I'll come to my VS Code, I'll come to my terminal. Okay, now he's saying I'll write pip env, okay, install Django debug toolbar, Django dash debug dash toolbar. Okay, now it will install me the debug tool. Is doing it. Okay, successful. So guys, now the next step is this prerequisite, which is already having with us, so there is no need to do this. Then third thing is that whatever app we are installing, that we need to add it in your installed app. So I'll simply copy this, okay, Control C, and you come to your VS Code. So I'll come over here and go to your settings.py of your main storefront, okay, and under this you have to add it inside this one. So I'll write Control V, debug toolbar. Okay, save the settings. Okay, so this is done. Now third thing, we'll come to Google again. Now add the URLs. It says that you have to add this under URLs pattern. So I'll simply copy this. Okay, Control C, come to your URLs pattern. So I'll go to my main URL of storefront, this URLs. Under this I'll add simply path debug include debug toolbar URLs. Okay, all right, again save it. Now the next step is to add the middleware. You come over here, come to middleware, okay, and this, just copy this, Control C, go to your settings.py, and inside middleware, this one you can add this. I'll simply go and Control V, debug toolbar, okay, middleware, okay, Control S, okay. Now the final step is to add the IP, okay, this internal IP. So this is by default not available in Django, so I'll just simply copy, Control C, entire thing, and you can add it anywhere. So I'll just add it over here only, Control V. Okay, so 127.0.0.1, that's it. I'll simply go to python manager.py, run server, no name playground toolbar debug toolbar. Okay, so he's saying that no module named playground debug toolbar is there. So what I'll do, I'll simply go to my list of installed apps over here, sorry, urls.py, and I'll import debug toolbar. Okay, so that's what I told. So I'll simply write over here import debug toolbar. Okay, that's it, Control S. So I'll just simply save it, and now if I go and then if I run this, Control C for this, and python manager.py run server, module name, no module name playground debug toolbar, playground debug toolbar. Alright guys, so it is saying that no module named playground debug underscore toolbar found. Okay, So I'll check under middleware, under installed app we had done playground. Okay, so one comma was not there, so you just save it. Now it will run. Okay, all right. So I'll simply write command and this thing, and then you simply write playground. Okay, slash hello. Okay, so this is done. All right, it's coming right now. So guys, here you can see that there is no toolbar which is available over here. So this is only because the toolbar is which is there, it takes the proper type HTML document. So if I go to this source of page, so I'll simply go to page source. So you can see it is just a h1 tag, so there is no proper HTML document. So what I'll do, I'll simply go to hello.html, and inside this what I'll write HTML. All right, and inside this I'll write body. Okay, and this thing will be shifted inside the body. Okay, now save it, go back. Now you see here, so it is showing you the toolbar. This is toolbar, guys. So all histories are there, how many times you have done it, all versions are there, Django version, Python version, debug toolbar version, everything is there. Time, settings, headers, requests, SQL, which we will come to later on, static files, templates, cache, everything is there. So this is one of the good tool, I would say, good debug tool for carrying out the debugging of application. So all right guys, so this was all about the debugging, and we have come to the end of the fundamentals. So till now we have seen the Django fundamentals, and now in next class we will see how to build a data model for storing and retrieving data. We'll also build an e-commerce data model, and we'll organize the models in apps to improve the reusability. Apart from that, we will also spend most of the section in coding the model classes to store and retrieve the data. So thank you so much guys for listening to me very patiently, and I'll see you in the next one. Till the time, you take care and make sure that you subscribe my channel so that Django series video will be available to you at the very first instance.